Hello everybody, Average Arcader here. Welcome for joining our stream. I have the privilege of being joined today by two employees of Gamemode One who are going to go through an interview with me while we play through the game. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Cool. Hey guys, my name is Sean. I'm the managing and creative director at Gamemode One, and I'm joined with Shannara.
Yeah, I'm Shannara, the community manager at Gamemode One. So I can be found on our Discord. That's where I can hang out.
Yes. Okie dokie, guys. Now, those of you in the comments who are wondering, we are doing Ultimate Dragons and we're going to be doing How to Train Your Dragon as well. Both games are awesome and we're going to be talking about both games. Just once before we get started, I just want to thank you two once again for taking the time to do this interview with me. Me and my subscribers are going to be quite happy. Ultimate Dragons and How to Train Your Dragons are two games we all love. So it's wonderful to be able to talk to the people who created it.
Of course, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Okay, so you guys want to go? We want to get started, or do you want to answer a few questions first? It's up to you.
We can answer some questions first if there's some things happening, but we can also do it during the intro if we want to get started.
No problem. Well, I always like when do these. I like to ask a couple questions first about the actual studio, if you guys can answer them. How big is Gamemode One?
Oh, we're 20 something.
I think we're 21 or 22 full-time employees right now.
That's awesome. That's epic.
Yeah, all around the world too.
Yeah, a lot of the studios are kind of spread out like that, and it's amazing how
Yeah.
even though you guys are spread out like that, you can still come up with some really good add-ons.
Yeah, we're headquartered in Calgary, Canada. So once we're out of COVID, we'll be back in office, and we have 7 people in office, and then the rest of them are kind of international. And yeah, it's great. It's really nice working kind of that remote from home international workplace as well, because we get to work with the best people in the industry and don't have to worry about where they're from, which is fantastic.
Okie dokie. So getting back to this first one, how long did it take you guys to work on Ultimate Dragons? Since we're in Ultimate Dragons, we'll start with Ultimate Dragon questions.
An extremely long time. Ultimate Dragons was almost 2 years in development from the beginning, and yeah, our biggest kind of game ever probably, and went through a ton of different iterations. Like the dragons probably were changed 4 or 5 times, like completely remodeled. Same with the whole texture style and everything, and the way that like all the mechanics work.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
okay.
almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow, it definitely shows. You can see the work. I think that's one of the reasons why I love it when game developers take the time to actually work on a game instead of just slapping it together and throwing it out. Spending the time to take 2 years on it, you can really see that in your work.
It was a labor of love.
Yeah, labor of love, a lot of passion for sure.
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell. I'm gonna go ahead and get this started so that
Let's do it.
Almost there, man. Almost there.
So, have you two been with Gamemode One the whole entire time, or did you guys come in later?
So I founded Gamemode One. So I've been here, since day 1, day 0, since before day 0. And Shannara's been with us for quite a while as well.
Yeah, hang on, guys. I'm going to turn the audio down a bit.
That is the loudest part.
Yeah.
Like, I love it, but okay. There we go.
Chicken hiding back here. Chicken.
So, to ask you both individually, what was your favorite part of this map? Sean, if you can start us out.
Yeah. I think probably I really liked the economy. That was a big thing that we added kind of like later on in the game that gave the game a lot of purpose, that we didn't really start off with. But I like overall, definitely it's going to be the animations and the dragon like flight mechanics. The fact that you have so much control where you have like a single interaction associated with a single flap was pretty innovative. I think it was nice. It was really nice to work on and really nice to play with, especially for if you're on like a PC. Yeah, that's it for me. I think just
Okay,
like all the
Shannara?
interaction mechanics on the dragons.
Okay, Shannara.
Yeah, my favorite thing is it's one model. It's the baby, the toad frogs ones.
Puff Punch?
Baby, no, not the buff sponges.
The Tor Snappers?
The Tor Snappers. It was the cutest thing. I had a horrible moment once where I was playing and I killed one by accident, and it still haunts me to this day. But they are just aggressively adorable.
I remember this.
And they make me play the map entirely differently. So I play it like almost exclusively peacefully. So I try not to kill any of the dragons and just tame ones that are like found in the world,
Like
or, like
eggs.
banded nests.
Your bread and butter warden.
Yeah, I love all the little dragons. They're too cute.
I used to be a warden and then I turned.
Okay,
They
let's
just
keep
get
going.
me.
I just love all the little animations to everything. This is one of the first maps that I've played that actually had animations like that, apart from your other map, Everbloom, and a few others
yeah.
from not Everbloom, Bloom. Everbloom is another studio.
Yeah.
Great, love them too.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to work on all those little mechanics and little nice touches.
Yes.
They take forever, but they feel really good. They add a lot.
Yes, it's amazing. I said Everbloom because they kind of do the same thing too on theirs as well.
Yeah, for sure. I love these light beams coming through this
Yes,
spot
I was
here.
just
This is
about
really
to
cool.
ask. So, how did you guys do that for something that? Because currently, I'm not doing ray tracing.
Yeah, so this is an entity, I believe, and I think if you look up, you might be able to see the end of it. It's just really long and stretched, and then there's particles that are kind of rigged up along it. It disappears as you get closer. Uses some crazy transparency stuff.
I was wondering because when I first saw that, I'm like, I don't have ray tracing on, so how are they doing that?
It does feel like ray tracing goes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now, if you had to say there was one thing particular that you guys struggled with the most for this map, what would it be?
The gameplay loop, I think, was the most difficult thing. Surprisingly, yet feeling really good. We had a lot of kind of like moral questions about if it was okay for players to for the main way for them to get dragons be to like kind of kill their parents. So we talked about that a lot.
I think I did. I think I commented about that on my Let's Play.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to find a way that was like, okay, well, we don't want to... Basically, the main problem that we had was we didn't want to add lots of different enemy types. We wanted the main thing that you were fighting to be dragons, and we wanted the main thing that you were getting to be dragons. So it was tough trying to ride that balance and kind of deliver like a gameplay experience that wasn't you just, facing off against the things that you want, the things that you are trying to like get in the game. Looks like I gotta get an egg.
Yeah, that was fun. Baby, don't take it.
Yeah, let's get your dragons up.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to trying to jump on the dragon immediately after. Training went through a lot of iterations too.
I bet.
Used to be able to play fetch with the whelps, the most baby version of the dragon. You'd get a stick and you'd have to throw it, and they'd go and grab it for you and bring it back. That's how you train them. But it was just too confusing for players.
I can see it. Plus, I think that would take a little bit longer than I think people would want if you had to do that every single time.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
It's so much easier to just feed them until they love you.
Exactly.
But this is my favorite part of the map. The flying mechanics I love because it allows you to actually do combat and stay in the air if you want to. And, the flight mechanics for dragons, which I've done a lot of because I've covered a lot of dragon maps and add-ons. A lot of times they make it so you look up, you go up, you look down, you go down, kind of like how you guys did and how you train your dragon, which is cool if you're just flying around and your dragon's doing all the fighting. But when you're fighting, it's kind of hard to do that when you want to do it, and that was one of the things I noticed right away and really liked because of that.
For sure. Yeah,
I think the reason that the like partially
accessibility.
yeah. Combat.
Yeah.
But also largely accessibility.
So most of our players play our games on console and mobile devices, right? And we found that this mechanic system works incredibly well for PC. You have your left click to flap, you have your right click to dive, and your space bar to attack. So you're never using like the same finger to do the same motion. But if you're playing on, say, like an Xbox controller, for example, and Shnar's playing on Xbox controller right now, it's a lot harder to fly and control and attack at the same time. Like your attack buttons is on your A, and your look stick is also on your right finger, your right thumb.
Trying to do 3 things.
So trying to do 3 things at once, exactly. So trying to make that more accessible for all devices was like really important for us.
Well, it definitely turned out. It definitely turned out well because you are able to focus on the combat the way you want, which was really a smart move.
I also like the stamina system in this game. I mean, How to Train Your Dragon doesn't have it because it's totally different IP. The dragons in that franchise can fly forever, and that's like really important. And we wanted How to Train Your Dragon to be much more about exploration, where this game was just more about combat. Like the How to Train Your Dragon world is a lot bigger than Ultimate Dragon. And this one's nice. It kind of feels like platforming at times, especially with weaker dragons when you have to like jump from C stack to C stack.
Yeah.
And like land to rest.
The world is like made for it.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I love these. These are so cute. The checkpoints.
Trying to.
Another really good one. So how did you do the checkpoints?
I think those are. They're an entity. They're set up kind of like on a scoreboard sequence. So as you get one, it increments a score, summons the next one, hides the last one, and they're just animated, just with some particles, and then there's like sound effects hooked into the animation controllers. Sorry, it's kind of technical, but
No, that's one of the reasons why we do these. Is a lot of people actually want to know that. There's a lot of aspiring map makers out there.
Yeah.
Now, the idea for the different types of fire and dragons, who all came up with that?
I think that was, it was a big team effort. We went through a lot of also different attack iterations. Each dragon used to have, they originally were supposed to have kind of like a melee attack and a ranged attack, and your dragon would have like a limited amount of breath before we added stamina. And I think that we just, we wanted to simplify it. Like each dragon has one attack, and that dragon is like always associated with that attack, and that was super important. Sorry, I'm asleep. It was definitely a team effort though. Like we kind of like all picked the most like stereotypical types of dragons and built them around that. So that included, creating attacks for them that felt cohesive with their like art style, with their theme. So this one being like a very magical dragon, we wanted to feel like it was like spewing out these like magical orbs, kind of in this like mystical smoke cloud. Autographed pro sniper.
No way! Brightburns were said to be extinct. Father has to.
Oh, and that's now that one of the characters is talking. Another big thing I liked about this one was the voice acting. Now, was that a hard decision? Because I know that's a lot of work. That's a lot of extra work. So was that a hard decision for the team?
We always want to do voice acting. I think like we have the resources, we have the people for it, and they're amazing and talented. And our team loves doing it. So this was just a great excuse to have like a story-driven map where we could do it, and not having to worry about it being like super localized or anything. Not being like that humongous of a map in comparison to like How to Train Your Dragon. And How to Train Your Dragon needs to be accessible for like as many players as possible. It was a pretty easy decision, I think, once we decided that we were going to have like a good concrete story.
Oh yeah, I think that I think it's a very good decision. I love it whenever a map or an add-on does that. It really helps one, get the story across. It helps get the world, you know, the believability of the world to you. Plus, it helps people with reading disabilities like me. It's just so much better to be able to just hear the story instead of having to sit there and read it. It just, reading slows us down.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally get that.
Okie dokie. See, let's get this going. I forget. What do we do next after this?
Should be going to art home, I think.
Do you get a compass?
Do you have a compass?
Yeah.
I think you did take everybody's compass.
I think she did.
I'll come to you.
What structure are you?
I'm beside Frida.
Okay. I'm being attacked by force members.
You're in the valley.
Yeah.
I'm picking up some of this fish, and then I'll meet you guys.
I think as well, super important thing to know, like Ultimate Dragons was very ambitious, and we kind of introduced a lot of new tech, unexplored tech that we hadn't really tried before. We pushed ourselves as much as possible in a lot of directions. And I think one of the big things and big contrasting points between Ultimate Dragons and Trainer Dragon was like stability. So the way the attacks work in this game, I love them and I feel good in them, but they were really hard to get into like a good stable point, and there's still issues with them that I wish that we could like do better on. Same with like flying, same with like sleeping. So you know, being able to work with like a whole new code base that was just more stable from the start gave us a lot of chance to, you know, like as developers, learn and grow. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you bring me your compass?
There's 2 compasses floating on the ground. Okay.
Okay.
There.
You said 2 compasses floating on the ground. Where they at?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Right here.
I see it. I got you. Got it.
Cool. Where's your dragon shark?
You know, that's a good question. I dismounted. I think he ran away.
Oh, he's over here.
Okay.
He's sleeping.
I'm free. Yeah.
You just took mine.
I just maybe slept on purpose.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we good?
Yeah, we're good. Let's go. Go to our home.
So moody flying at night when it's
It is so moody flying at night. Do you want to stop anywhere on the way, or are you going to go straight there?
Let's just go straight there. Then once we get it started, we can just go wherever we want.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to set it to daytime as well. Actually, we get to go to the camp.
I love the way that
Your
just pop it in vehicles.
This was also a good touch. The camp, the camp things being basically checkpoints / respawn points.
Yes. Yeah, I like that a lot. They used to just be pretty much just like beds scattered around the world, but we wanted to have the player have less to think about. Was the biggest reason for making them just like automatic checkpoints. So, you know, you go onto an island, there's a camp associated with that part of the island, and you respawn at that spot, which is just so much easier.
Okie dokie, where are we heading? We're heading inside now, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
And it was funny because my friend, another YouTuber, when this came out, we were both. He did a review on it. I did a Let's Play series, and when we were talking about it, and we both said, "This reminds us of How to Train Your Dragon."
It not been hearing people say that we're just like, I
I can't spoil it.
Yeah.
You all purple and scaly. Oh, and you too.
I think it was part of the reasons we were able to work with How to Train Your Dragon as well in DreamWorks was because we had so much experience working with dragons already.
Alright, sit already. Just sit.
you like the like gritty
So, if
Nordic
dragons are
feel
so
of Ultimate
evil,
Dragons?
Why did a bunch of Thornjaws go and burn down Sigmund's house?
Oh yeah, I definitely love that too.
We all knew that Sigmund attacked their
Like I said, I love this village. I explored this village a lot because I like these type of builds.
Angle. How could that be self-defense?
Yeah, it's nice detail.
They chased him halfway across Ardmore, and Sigmund didn't.
Were you
even
guys
touch
originally
them.
gonna have other villages like this out there and maybe ran out of time, or were you
Yeah.
just focusing on this?
Territorial.
We, this was always supposed to be the hub. We were gonna have a couple more villages out there. I think there's
And they didn't
3
believe that he was just
other villages in the wild, 3 or 4.
Sigmund
Yeah, they're
himself
smaller,
knows
but they're out
Yeah.
there.
There's not much to do there. But I think we kind of ended up cutting back on a lot of that because we really wanted the main part of the gameplay to be for the player to always have to come back to Ardhome. And like as their reset point, as their main reset point before starting out on a new quest.
Okay, okay. Now I will tell you the truth. I was hoping that at the end, when you picked the successor, that you could pick Frida.
By the underside.
Everybody was. Honestly, it would have made it in the game if we had time. We were talking about putting it in as like an Easter egg, as like a secret way to select her.
Because she was kind of like the middle ground of all of it.
Yeah, exactly. She's supposed to be the one that you like. And both Hilda and Ingrid are supposed to be kind of like irritating in different ways.
Yes, yes. You definitely got that one right.
So it's a really hard choice, I think, having to pick between the two of them because neither one is like truly good.
We're both a little bit wrong.
Yeah, they're both a little bit wrong, exactly.
So which one do you two normally go pick?
I'm Team Warden. So.
Our always picks Ingrid. I like Hilda's voice acting more, so I usually pick Hilda.
I like the vines aesthetic of the Wardens too.
The Warden Hall is quite nice.
Yeah,
I don't
so
like
peaceful.
it, but
Yeah. So who worked on these, or did again team effort?
We'll be happy to supply.
That was the world team doing all of these like amazing builds in town and stuff. I think the town also had like a complete revamp at least once. Cubic Complex in chat says Hilda is objectively correct. Fight me. But that was Brandon, so Arios and Justin and Rudum, and we had a bunch of other builders as well. Because you know this being built over like a whole 2-year span.
I think I
You disconnected.
okay, I'm going back.
Okay,
Joining
what
you
is-
back in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, go friends. You should be good. Nope, you don't need an invite then.
Actually, I think she might. I think I have it on invite only. Hang on.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll send her another invite. Invite on. Yeah, I gotta leave it invite only. There's a lot of eager people that will jump in.
You just want to join.
it seems like a lot of pressure for someone new to
This way we can always continue onwards while she's
Yeah.
rejoining as well.
Okie dokie. We just got the next compass to go to
Chris.
Chris. Now, the idea
my
for giving the
fourth effort,
player
too.
weapons, that was a good idea because I like. One of the things I do like about this is that you're not defenseless as the player.
Yeah.
Were you always
You can
gonna
honestly
have
get.
it?
I'm Grish.
I think we always were gonna have it that you would be able to have some degree of weapons. I feel like we kind of half-assed it. Sorry, the language. In the first iteration of the game, and we decided, it doesn't feel really good to just like kind of have like weapons that are like okay, that don't like do anything special. And we really wanted to dig down on the RPG side of the game. So adding the weapons and then deciding that we wanted the weapons to be 3D was like a really big design change, and I think it adds a lot because you can get to a point in this game where you are actually powerful enough to go and like single-handedly take down almost any dragon in the game if you can get to them, especially the ground
I
ones.
that was
Like if you get-
really like that. I really like that about the map.
Yeah, so you're the Brightbound. You're the one who's like tied. Your soul is tied to this purple dragon here, the Brightburn. And we really want it to be that, like, you are becoming like this dragon. You are becoming as powerful as this dragon. You should be able to take down these other dragons by yourself too. So going and defeating the Nether Drake, you get the Nether Drake's boon, which makes you like really strong and do a lot of damage. Defeating the Earthen, you get like resistance and stuff. Makes you a lot thicker skin. You don't take as much damage. So yeah, giving the player that opportunity to like improve themselves as well as their dragons just felt really like a good, consistent game arc.
Yeah, it felt right.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
And that-
yeah, we got dragon armor. Love that.
I mean, yeah, like I said, like you said earlier, you can really see the detail of 2 years worth of work in the armor and the animations. I think it was one of the things that really pulled people into the add-on. Because
Yeah,
any add-on
definitely.
that like this, you don't think you're playing Minecraft anymore. At a certain
Exactly.
point, you're no longer playing Minecraft.
That's always our goal, I think. Like when in designing games, is to make the games feel like they're beyond Minecraft, like something other than Minecraft. We use the Minecraft engine, but we want them to feel like they can stand on their own.
Yes.
Also, I love this random chest here. The only reason that this chest exists beside Arnie is because we wanted to draw players' attention to Arnie after Gris. It's just like a free gimme.
Because you have to go over.
Yeah, because this is the next like part of the game that we need to go to.
So, right, let me... Oh, yeah. My next question was the idea for the random chest. It's a really nice touch. How'd you guys come up with that?
Yeah, that was so we kind of came up with it in the same round of coming up with like including weapons and items. So originally in the game, there's always this kind of discussion that we have, and it's like, do we want to be supporting giving the player items? Like, do we think that their inventory is an important part of gameplay? And in some games, it's absolutely not. And then in others, like the most extreme example would be something like advanced mining, where every single item you get, like it's a tycoon game, matters a lot. It's all about inventory management. So we eventually came to that decision that like it's an RPG, you should have to have like at least a medium amount of item management. And we did a whole item revamp at that point. Yeah, like the player way better weapons and way better armor and all that. And then we're like, okay, I guess we need an economy. So we set up the town, and then we thought, okay, well, what's the best way for players to actually get all of these items to interact with the world? And it being kind of going down that RPG route, we decided that that was definitely going to have to be kind of like through these chests and make it have like a really good, like a feel-good interaction of you find a chest and it's kind of like almost addicting. You're like, oh, I want to go find more. Just because it's so juicy to click on that chest and have it spew up the items and give you that nice sound effect.
Yes. Okay, let's go and take on our first dragon.
Let's do that. Shannara, do you want to try setting another invite to Shannara? Average?
Yeah.
No problem. Shannara, 1 second. All right. Did you get that one?
Yep.
Okay, okay.
I think
So,
we might
Shannara, I
traded
have a
dragon.
question for you. Is there any part of this game, Shannara, that wasn't added that you were hoping to get added to?
Ooh, there were a couple of things. Most of my stuff would come up. Sorry. Most of like my desires for the game come like after it's released. So like little things like making sure that like we had leads for the dragons. Because there's a lot of people like you go out and you want it to kind of feel like a pseudo Pokemon experience where you want to go out and get all the dragons, especially because there's shiny variants, female and male variants. So lots of people were coming to our server and being like, I have hundreds of dragons, and every time you would boot their game up, it would just crash because you have hundreds of dragons following you. So just like a couple little like quality of life things, like dragon management wise, that came about after the fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, you being the
Alright, so
community
really cool.
manager, whenever there's a problem, something's probably, you're probably the first to know if something's missing.
Yeah, how it's being received. It's very top of mind.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, wait, Average, are you... So one of the things that I find difficult is I can never tell which dragon is mine. And the only way to tell is if you sit it. If you try sitting it, you can only sit your own dragon.
Oh, so you traded dragons.
So we might have traded. See, you're riding yours. I think I may be riding Shannara's. Maybe I might sleep.
Oh, maybe.
There's one sleeping here. Well, I gave your dragon armor. There you go.
Are you still not able to get in?
Yeah, I like clicking on the invite.
I'm rebooting your Minecraft.
Yeah.
The Minecraft multiplayer and Xbox handling stuff can be weird.
Yeah, it's weird from PC to Xbox. Because I'm on my
Yeah.
PC now, and I don't know if it's the crossplay or is it just sometimes it's just weird.
It's just weird. I don't even know if playing on different devices matter. Like we play on PC to PC all the time, and it's always a problem.
Okay, well while we're waiting for her, let's. You want to wait for her here, or do you want to head to the next?
Let's go. Maybe find some different dragons. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't know about you. Like when I play Ultimate Dragons, I usually try to ditch the Brightburn right away because the Brightburn's like, you know, he's pretty good. He's alright.
He does. He does.
He does. There's better though. There's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go find something. It's not fair. I'm not allowed to lead because I know where all the secret eggs are. Where all the free ones are. So
All right, then
you'll have
lead.
to lead us.
We'll have you lead.
Inside look.
Only if you want the inside look.
Oh yeah, we want the inside look. Plus, we only have 2 hours, and we still have to cover another game. So
That's fair.
so getting the free ones, I'm okay with.
There's a Tor Snapper for free if you want it. I think I'll pass.
Yeah.
Here, let's. Oh, I know where Free Frost Frill is. Okay, it's this way. I do like. I like look as well. We spent a lot of time trying to build out like unique personalities for the different dragons to make them feel like nice and distinct. Picking out the names was really fun as well, and kind of like, you know, I mean, there's some How to Train Your Dragon influences here. There's also very much like Skyrim influences in this game. But I think we were trying very hard to find like our own niche with it as well to make the game like its own thing. I got pretty far. That was good. I think Brightburn could fly that far.
I mean, it's kind of hard to carve out a niche that's 100% yours.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of somewhat in some way been done. It's about how you do it that makes it unique.
Exactly. Yeah, like dragons are, you know, tried and true. There's tons of dragon maps, obviously, and there's also tons of dragon franchises beyond Minecraft too. So yeah, there's a lot of reference material there. Trying to find your own space is tough. Oh, I fell. Oh no.
You fell off your dragon?
Yeah, and you put him to sleep too.
Oh no!
Can I parkour my way up? No. Alright, well, there's a free dragon egg where my dragon is if you want it.
Okay, wait.
Did you fall off yours too?
No, I'm on mine.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm looking. I'm trying to find you. There's just. Is that her dragon?
I think that's your dragon. I think you're riding Shannara's.
Really? We're about to find out. Hang on.
Yeah. I am. Well, I guess your stream is lagging, so I can't see where exactly you are. But there's it's like the biggest nearby. Yeah, that way. Well, there's a mountain kind of nearby the big ice sculpture. It's okay. I'm gonna go back to town using a waystone.
I just teleported back to town as well.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go use. Actually, what if you have 2 dragons, which looks like you do? It looks like you might have inherited Shannara's after she logged off, or it's taken a liking to you for the meantime. Oh my god, one's on fire.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think it's hers too. Hang on, I'm about to find
I'll
out.
borrow it. I'll borrow it. We can take it back.
Yeah, that's hers.
All right. Follow the
still
flaming
on-
dragon.
It's still on fire too.
Here, let's actually go for. There's a cloakroker nest right here.
Yeah.
I like cloakrokers. They're fun. And they're hard. They're very hard. They used to be one of the worst dragons, and then they suddenly ended up being one of the best. Kind of like overnight. Ugh. I'm gonna die. Oh, I got it. We're good. Oh, you're the cave clobber nest just below too. I'll come down to you.
Okay. I started fighting them.
I can see your name tag. Did you defeat them? Or are they still alive? Oh, there's
No,
still a
no.
couple.
I started fighting them, then I realized, wait, he's not. This is not what he was fighting.
That's alright. I'm at their nest right now.
I'm taming
These guys are tough to kill.
Yes, they are.
I'm taming the cloakroker. Yeah, the cave clobbers are. They have a lot of health. Spent quite a bit of time balancing the game as well.
So the Elder Dragons, those are amazing. Now,
Yeah, let's.
I'm very happy you guys went with them actually having different. Their fights feel like an actual fight that you could possibly have in another game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It caught me
Like,
completely
really
off
distinct.
guard.
I love the introduction of the earthen fight so much, and like the different stages of the fight are so cool. I think that's a really cool thing about fighting Ragnar as well. Like you beat Ragnar, right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Your let's play. Fighting Ragnar as well. Like I don't know if I'd say Ragnar is my favorite overall boss fight, but I do love how he has you get him to like half life and he like takes over all of your dragons and makes like a shadow version of them that you have to face off against. So building those like stages into his life was really fun.
It also means that you're slightly disadvantaged if you bring more dragons to the fight.
Yeah, that was exactly the idea. Like players who hoard tons of dragons and bring them to fight Ragnar. It's kind of like not in their best interest.
Yeah, it's not the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
But I also like the collecting of the different artifacts when you hatch them.
Me too. Yeah, I really like building like completionist elements into games and like collector's elements into games. So that was an easy decision, and it feels really good to place them on the pedestals too, and like build out the sanctuary as like the secondary hub for the player.
Okay.
I don't have any meat. Oh, he's an omnivore, eats anything.
All right. So, let me feed this one again.
Different dragons having different diets is definitely a thing that we brought over from Ultimate Dragons too.
Different dragons having different what?
Different diets.
Diets.
Yes.
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 Fish.
Yeah, and I think the diets are they're kind of hard to understand in this game. So like no, but the particles that go over top of their heads is really helpful. That tell you when they're hungry. That was a really nice touch.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. I did like that. I like the different types of food because then going around and collecting different foods was actually valuable. Not, it's kind of boring
Yeah.
if you just have to just gather one thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a nice thing that you can do passively as you explore the world. You're like, oh, there's a sheep. I know I'm gonna need meat, so I might as well go pick that up. So there's a lot of those small interactions that you have as you're playing the game, which is really nice. Keeps it feeling varied. Trying to grow up my cave clobber. Maybe I'll play with a melee dragon. I rarely ever play with melee dragons. They're too intimidating, but I think I'll try it.
I'm just getting some meat from the farm.
You're killing the farmer's sheep. That's so funny.
It used to be a thing here at Mordor because you could kill the sheep and then sell them back to him.
Yeah, you used to be able to sell them directly to him when he was standing right there, and then we thought, oh, that's kind of twisted. Like he literally just watched you do that, and then like you sell them back to him.
Oh,
we
you
had to
guys
move
should have kept it in.
down.
I think that would have been awesome. That totally would have been awesome.
There you go. I got a little baby cave clobber.
It would have been very, very messed up, but it's awesome
I
nonetheless.
think it's in theme with like all the nest systems.
Yeah, there's a couple things that when you think about them for a second.
What's your favorite dragon average?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think
I guess you can remember.
I can't remember the actual name. The big ones that have the shell on their back that they fire.
Steam rims.
Those are my favorite.
They're one of my favorites as well. Yeah, they're so powerful. Like that one. I like storm snakes too. Like those are supposed to be the best ones in the game. But they're first of all they're super hard to get, and they take like probably an hour to fully tame. It's a very long process.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like they're just a little bit too much. Almost they're like too fast, too hard to control.
Oh, I thought taming when I actually rode them, I liked them. The fight though, like you said, the fight is brutal because even if you bring a bunch of dragons, they just own.
They are so powerful.
Oh yeah, facing against them, yeah.
They're very, very powerful. What about you two? What are your two favorite dragons?
I always come back to the Frostfrill, I think, as a favorite. It's just like, and there was definitely some developer bias as well when we were like creating the dragons. It's hard not to be biased, but I'm like, oh, I really like the Frostfrill. I want the Frostfrill to feel really good. So, you know, as a result, I think it does feel really good. Like it's just a very, very above average in like every side of things. Above average health, above average flight speed, above average attack. And it's not too hard to get either.
My favorite was probably the Shimmer Scaled upgraded Brightburn.
The Shimmer Scale. Oh, the
Brightburn upgraded
to look like the Shimmer Scale? Yes.
The Shimmer Scale. Go.
Glorious.
Okay. You want to go? Let's go fight the first Elder Dragon. The one I always fight first is the Earth one.
Agreed. Let's do it. I'll probably die.
It's accepting your fate.
Yeah, it's just because I only have a cave clobber. It's fine though. We'll be fine.
I think the first time I beat him, all I had was the bright burn.
Yeah, but see, I can't find my bright burn.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I have somewhat of a disadvantage. Oh yeah, I put it to sleep somewhere. That's what I did. All right, I will meet you there.
Okay.
Are you still?
Yeah, I'm still trading. It's okay. He's like almost done.
As we watched like some of your streamer playthrough, he was Quinn, trying to go to a fight and still had like a baby dragon. It was just like, please level.
It's like please level up first. Yeah.
I'm going to level up the one I have with me when while I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I assume you're already there.
I figured we could defeat him and then probably switch over to How to Train Your Dragons.
That sounds good.
The Earth and VO is so wonderful as well.
Yes.
That.
Agreed.
No, I had a real love for all the fights for the Elder Dragon fights. I thought that was really nicely done. So, like, when did you guys come up with the idea for the different fights? Or were you gonna was it always gonna be like that? Or were you just gonna have, like, a big Elder Dragon with just a special attack?
Oh my god, that was, like, so old. Trying to remember how we actually came up with all the different ideas for the fights. I think, like, you know, trying to make them all fit into a niche and, like, a stereotype for each dragon was important. 1 second. Oh, I'm stuck. I fell.
You're dragging again.
I'm not bad, I swear. Oh, you might have to give me off or something so that we can get to this fight in time, because otherwise I'm going to be like 20 minutes.
Back.
You see, so wait, you said you got stuck, huh?
Yeah.
Where you stuck at?
I was stuck down in the water. I just returned to camp.
Oh, okay.
Should be okay. Okay, I have my dragon back.
No more jumping off dragons.
No more jumping off dragons. I love the animations as well. They're so good. Like for flying and everything. Just feels really nice.
Flap effects is beautiful as well.
Yes, the like speed lines that you get when you're going a certain speed. It's a nice touch.
Come on. Trying to get this guy to level up.
Speed training.
Yep.
Yeah, I do like his attack when he's leveled up as well, because it accelerates. Kind of feels like a missile.
Yes, this pack is still available. You just have to search it out in the store, guys. Some people were asking if this was still available.
Oh yeah, it is. It's called Ultimate Dragons. It's Minecraft Marketplace.
Yep, you can go to Marketplace and search it out. Just type it in the search.
These puzzles used to be harder as well. So I think oh my gosh, they used to be really hard actually. Basically each, because there's 4 of them, right? Each one used to tell you something about the other one. Like there would be the strawberry inside of the green dragon's mouth at like a different one. You're like, nobody's ever gonna get this. Shouldn't be like a crazy hard puzzle challenge just to get inside the chamber.
Okay, which one is mine? I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I don't think it matters at this point too bad either.
Yeah, let's just go.
Make a dragon as long as I can kill.
Oh yeah, this cave too is beautiful. Like whoever
Oh, I love
were
the
working
leaves.
behind this, they did a good job. This is a beautiful cave.
Yeah, it has a lot of atmosphere. There's also a nice chest here.
Excuse my poor manners. Come in. Right now will soon be upon us. He is a monstrous beast, the epitome of evil in this world. You have hatched the right burn and are safe.
Wait for the How to Train Your Dragon map, guys. We're going to be switching to that soon, so when we switch to it, you can ask questions about that.
Surpass my own. Then that is proof that you are worthy. Prepare yourself.
Love that intro so much.
Yes.
I think it's one of my favorite moments out of every game we've made. This is cool as well. And scary. There we go, we got all of our dragons attacking him.
Yeah.
I like the falling blocks as well, it's a nice touch.
Yes.
As the falling blocks come down too, you get like a bit of a hint as to where they're gonna land. Like there's a shadow that grows in size. There we go.
Ruin yourself. Perhaps you can eat right now, in due course. Here, take my boon. It will make you more resilient. Before you can defeat Ragnar, you must earn a boon from each of the 4 elder dragons who are spread throughout this land. Safe travels, Ragnar.
called Groker.
Okay. Well, that was awesome. Is there anything you'd like to add about Ultimate Dragons before we move on to How to Train Your Dragon?
Go check it out. Anybody watching, if you haven't yet, it's a great game. It's very, very fun.
Especially if you like the combat element.
Yeah, especially like the combat element. I do think that, like, again, it's so worth iterating. It's probably the biggest thing we've ever made. Probably one of the bigger things we will ever make. Working on an RPG map was so much fun, but it's so hard to do in Minecraft.
I bet. Well, again, like they said, this is still available. All you got to do is go to the marketplace, go to search, and type in Ultimate Dragons, or go to their custom list on the Minecraft store at Gamemode One, and it's up there as well. So definitely go check those out. For those of you who are watching this late, I'll make sure to leave a link in the description. But now we're going to move on to How to Train Your Dragons. So hang on, guys. Let me go ahead and back out of this and get that going, and then re-invite you guys.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, truthfully, I've only ever seen the first movie in How to Train Your Dragons.
Ooh. Yep. It's the best one. The first
I
movie is definitely the
recognize,
best
like I
movie.
said, I did recognize most of the dragons.
Yeah. Most of the dragons are in the first movie. Our game is kind of, well, it's an all-stars pack, so it's supposed to represent like the whole of the thing. I'll just got your invite.
Okie dokie, I got you guys invites.
Connecting.
Just
Hopefully that works. Oh, unable to connect to world. Try sending me another one.
hang on, let me try restarting it as well. Sometimes that's an issue. Like you didn't make
Yeah.
full connection.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let me try that again. All right,
Ours probably gonna need another one too.
I sent two.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Download and join. Cool.
It's a beautiful moment when it successfully reaches that stage.
So, which one of these is your guys' favorite?
Jeez.
Between How to Train Your Dragon and Ultimate Dragon? Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Or-
between How to Train Your Dragon and Ultimate Dragon.
It is like picking a favorite child. So political answer. I love them both a lot for very different reasons, though. I think flying, controversial opinion, I do think flying in How to Train Your Dragon actually feels better than in Ultimate Dragons. It's just more of a rush, I think, and like the mini game aspect of it and the speed aspect of it are so cool. And I love that, like, we learned a lot from the development of Ultimate Dragons, and I feel like we were able to make a more stable, a more well-rounded game with How to Train Your Dragon. So I really like that aspect about it. And it was so inspired by the feeling of flight in Ultimate Dragons, and then we kind of did our best to like take that to a whole other level. So I really like that. But like if I'm in the mood for playing something like a combat focused game, or I want like that big progression system with like getting loot and armor and that hack and slash sort of style game, then yeah, absolutely Ultimate Dragons is the way to go. But it's a different experience for different people too.
Okie dokie. What about you?
I would probably agree with all the talking about that. I feel like combat mechanics wise, Ultimate Dragons, despite like the changes that we've made for accessibility with like How to Train Dragon.
Yeah.
It feels easier to do but harder to do precisely
In Ultimate Dragons?
in an Ultimate Dragon. So like How to Train Your Dragon, like we've got like the stop motion trials and like the marks and stuff. You
Yeah.
can do like really precise attack.
Yep.
Yeah, I sent you another invite because I saw that you joined and then it kicked you.
Yeah, crash.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay, she's in. Okay. All right, before we get started, let's ask a couple more questions about How to Train Your Dragons. First things first, how did you guys get this? I know you said that Ultimate Dragons inspired it, but where did the actual idea for How to Train Your Dragons come in?
So, big collaboration with Minecraft, the Minecraft team, to be able to make this map, and having them kind of bring that, like, connect us with NBC Universal and DreamWorks, the IP holders, so that we could make the How to Train Your Dragon map and make it as true to the franchise as possible. So, this is an official How to Train Your Dragon map. It's not just inspired by.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's quite a lengthy process to go through and make that happen, and we're very fortunate and privileged to be able to do that, especially with this. Yeah, but we've been huge fans of the How to Train Your Dragon franchise for a very long time.
I can
so
tell.
it felt like a very natural fit for us.
I can definitely
What's
tell.
that?
You can see it in the design of the individual dragons, Toothless and the Light Fury, and all the other ones. They have their individual little quirks from the movies.
Exactly, trying to give them like really distinct personalities, so that they feel like the ones in the movies. They have like their cute little. They all have a different like scratch animation. They all are animated differently and behave differently and have different attacks and flight speeds and everything. But also like there's so much detail that was crammed into the map, which we'll see in like all the different characters that you can interact with, all the different like locations that harken back to the TV series as well as all the movies. Even some like references to other games and stuff too. You having?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. So, how long did it take to make this one?
So we learned a lot, and our development was it was a lot smoother, I would say, making this game. Like we didn't make as many mistakes. We learned so much from making Ultimate Dragons and from past maps. Like I think we as a team matured a ton going into making this. So, this was like a total of about 5 months in comparison with like a total of 2 years
wow.
in making. And I think that had we, known those things when we started Ultimate Dragons, it would have probably been about the same amount of time. Probably been about 5 months. Especially when you're redoing things so often and you're so like we were so indecisive about a lot of the like design decisions and the gameplay loop and the way the dragons looked. That caused us to go back and change them a lot. And, ultimately for the better. Ultimate Dragons is a better game because of it. And we as designers and developers learned so much through that process. Like, you got to do it to understand. But, yeah, this was a lot shorter for sure.
Okay.
And I still think that, like, I wish we did have more time to make it. We were on a bit of a, like a deadline to get this game out. And I wish we could have included some more things. But I'm really happy that we included what we did. Like, I think we made the right choices for getting the right dragons in and the right islands and the right quests.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, who's your favorite dragon and How to Train Your Dragons?
Ooh.
I really like the Deadly Natter, actually. The blue one that shoots spikes out of their tail. You can get her pretty early on, but I feel like she feels really good. Like, she's one of the easier ones to fly, I think. And the attack is so good for like Snotlout's trials and for trapper ships. So like usually I see one of those, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. I also really like the Monstrous Nightmare. There's only technically one in the world. Otherwise, you can get them from trapper ships, but you can only find it in Dragon Island, which is cool. I like that exclusivity for the Monstrous Nightmare, and also it just looks really cool.
Okay, dokie.
What about you? What's your favorite?
My favorite, it's weird, but let's let I'm sorry, pronounce your name again for me.
Shannara, no worries.
Shannara. Sorry about that.
No, that's no worries. I'd probably say Stormcutter.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just think it's such a cool dragon with like
The four wings.
stats. And the attack feels really satisfying as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with the Nightmare. I think that was the one I kind of linked with the best. I liked his fire pattern. I think that was the one I liked the most. I mean, the Night Furies are the Night Fury and the Light Fury. I love their speed.
So cool.
Yeah.
Like they are
Exactly. Like, how can you not? They're
Like-
so incredibly fast.
They're ridiculously fast. Like when me and the Magical Berry did our Let's Play together on it, and I took off with the Light Fury. He's like, dude, you were gone in like one frame.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a rush. Like, it feels, that those scenes from the movie, from the first movie especially, where Toothless and Hiccup are like, they're learning how to fly together, and just like the epic music playing and how exhilarating that feels. That was exactly what we were trying to nail with this game, and I think we did nail that with like the Night Furies and the Light Furies. They're
Yes,
so fun
you
to
did.
fly.
Yes, you did. Hello to everyone new to the stream. We're about to start up How to Train Your Dragons. We've actually already answered some questions. I just want to give you guys a brief update. I am joined by two of the awesome developers from Gamemode One, both the one of the heads and the community manager, correct?
Yep.
Why don't you guys reintroduce yourself to the new people?
Yeah, of course. My name is Sean. I am the managing and creative director at Gamemode One.
And I'm Shnara, the community manager at Gamemode One. So this is my home, this little sign up here.
Yes, come join us here.
Awesome. So Shannara, what do you think if you could go back and give them any recommendation based off the community response of this map? What would you think was missing?
We actually had a really, really smooth community response to this. It's been very beloved so far. It's such a polished map. I have no.
There's an easy answer to this.
What's the easy answer?
Everybody wants more dragons.
Yeah, of course.
And
Everyone wants to be able to make nice
there's like, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise is enormous, and there are there are so many dragons. There's probably, I don't want to get the number wrong, but there are a lot of dragons in the franchise, and everybody has like their favorites. And first of all, it was really important for us to include the ones that we did. Like, we couldn't have not included them. They're so integral to the movies and to the story beats of the main part of the franchise as well. Like, they absolutely had to be included. And we kind of came to the decision early on that like it felt more important for us to be able to deliver those dragons in like a really high quality fashion
than to have
a ton of them, because it would have been a sacrifice. Like, they wouldn't have been as responsive, they wouldn't have felt as good and exhilarating to fly, and it was more important for us to nail that, I think. So that was the thing the community wanted the most, and the thing, if had we had more time, we would have probably done. But here we are. I'm really happy with the end product.
And by the way, whatever idea it was for the ums and the hays as they're talking.
This is our VO compromise.
Yeah, exactly. This is the best way to have VO and have the game work in multiple languages.
Like, that was quite comedically hilarious.
Yeah. I think a big thing I really like about How to Train Your Dragon versus Ultimate Dragons is like, it's the people who play Minecraft is really diverse. Like, there's a lot of different types of players who play Minecraft on a lot of different devices. Like, there are people who play Minecraft on like Kindles, and like Apple TVs and stuff like that. Stuff that you shouldn't really be able to play Minecraft on.
You'd never think of
So one of the core design principles with this game was to make it as like truly accessible as possible for everybody who likes the franchise, who likes Minecraft, to be able to play it and be able to get like value out of the game. So making the game available in other languages is a really big one. So there's a ton of text in this game. I think there's like 2,000 lines, and there's essays worth of text in this game. Which is, it's annoying if you don't like reading them, or you don't want to read them. There's a lot of stuff to read, but it's nice for people who like that slow pace to be able to read it. So, and we want to be able to support all of that in, kind of like some of the main Minecraft demographic languages. And because of that, we weren't able to include like voiceover and stuff. So this was like a good compromise, having the ums and the ahs. Has anybody selected a device yet?
I selected you guys. I think everyone else has to before the page opens.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Hang on
Nice
one
touch.
sec. Let me get a couple questions from some of these people in the comments who have been going crazy, asking the same thing over and over again.
Happy to answer.
A big one that's coming up in chat. Is there a way to summon or spawn wild dragons besides the hunting of the trapper ships?
To spawn a wild dragon, there's a command you need to run. You can join our Discord, and we can help you set that up. If you just want to spawn a dragon that you can ride, you can just go straight into your creative inventory, and the spawn eggs are right there for every dragon except for the Night Fury and Light Fury. Otherwise, you can just type /summon, and then like Night Fury or Light Fury, and it'll give you the rest. It'll suggest the rest of the command, and you just hit tab. Yeah. Oh, Pebbles, no.
Another person asks, is there a way for you to not have a dragon return to the stables?
There is no way for you to stop the dragons from returning to the stables. That's a really important safety mechanic so that players don't lose their dragons.
Yeah, that's what I figured as well, but I wanted to ask it because they were asking that a lot.
Have tons following you.
Yeah, exactly. And that was another thing here as well. Like, we noticed that it was really laggy for players' worlds and difficult to manage having lots of dragons in Ultimate Dragons. So one of the things that we took away from that was, like, you should probably to bond and spend your time with, like, one dragon. Pebbles.
Okie dokie, guys. I awesome, and thank you for your questions. But, guys, let's try to keep it as questions that are about the map. If you guys have any problems, like bug problems, as they said, you should probably go to their Discord.
Yeah. And our Discord has a lot of information about known bugs as well. Absolutely, check our known bugs in FAQ section.
We also have a patch coming out.
Yeah.
Next week. Yep.
Yeah, so definitely check that out, guys. If that is something if you need help or if there's a bug,
Hold up there.
we're not going to be able to answer all of them there. So if you have an actual question about the development of the map or something like that, definitely let us know. And if we get a chance, we'll try to answer them. Oh, nope. Now,
You have to be sneaking.
the process in which the taming. How did you guys come up with that?
It's dubbed the Wild Ride.
Yeah, so there's two sections to taming. The first one is it's the touch moment. So in the first movie, Hiccup and Toothless, he like blindly he like feeds him food, and then they have like that trust moment. So the first one's called the trusting trial to get the dragon to trust you. So you sneak up to it, you give it. Originally, it was going to be that you weren't even allowed to look at it in the eyes, and we found that was just like too hard. So you walk up to it, you feed it food, and then it trusts you. And then after that, you get the Wild Ride. That's what it's called, and it's basically trying to get your bearings with this dragon to let it actually let you ride it. And it basically just goes crazy and spins around and tries to kick you off, and you have to try and stay on.
That's all. Toothless, and Hiccup have
Their first flight
together, or just flying, crashing in the breeze.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get moving then. Okay, what's the first
somebody
thing?
asked, how did you guys create the models? We use Blockbench, which is a tool.
Oh, there we go. That's where we going.
How to get used to the difference in control schemes between Dragons and how to train your dragon. It's a lot more responsive in this game, which I like. So we're only so basically the way Minecraft stuff works, right click is a interact function with the dragon, and what you have to do is your right click has to physically touch the dragon's hitbox. And you're flying on dragons that are going at incredible speeds, and Minecraft lags a lot, and it doesn't always right click properly. So we wanted your dive and your flying and your stuff to all be really responsive, so we had to remap controls. And I think it makes more sense too, using your spacebar, which is jump in Minecraft, to toggle your flight controls is pretty logical. And then moving what would be your punch over to an attack is also a bit more logical. it makes sense.
And I love the design of the stables. I really like how that's
Nice.
done.
My favorite little touch is the little heads above the.
Each of the pen.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure, it's nice. I love the Book of Dragons so much. Like just the detail and the art is gorgeous.
Yes, it was. I didn't actually comment it on the Let's Play because we were so busy doing so much other stuff. But I did notice that, and I'm like, that is pretty cool how it looks. I'm not used to that.
I think the
Again,
writer's handbook as well.
you're not used to that type of detail for your average add-on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, there's only a few add-on designers, map makers that go that like I can count them on my hand. The studios that actually do stuff like this.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
And it's not that the other ones
one
are
of the-
bad. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. It is a lot of work. It takes us quite a bit of time to get all those details in. One of the things that I really like about this game is that you can only interact with your dragon. You can't tell other people's dragons to sit. You can't ride other people's dragons, and you can name your dragons in this game. We're able to. So naming in Minecraft development introduces a lot of problems, especially if you're doing detection for named items. So players would be able to jump onto an anvil. They'd be able to take out any item and rename it like Earth and Seal, and then they could use that Earth and Seal item that was named that on the entity in place of getting the actual thing. So there's like a lot of ways to cheat. But in this game, we were actually able to truly support natively having people being able to rename their dragons, which is great. Like I always go and name my dragon something stupid.
Actually, my dragon Peanut.
Peanut, that's great. I need a dumb name for my dragon.
Peanut.
Mine is Boulder. He's been upgraded from Pebble.
It's a bigger rock.
It's a bigger rock.
Another question in chat. My question is, why did they not add the hidden world?
Okay, so as much as this game is an all-star pack, as in like it's trying to represent as much of the franchise as possible, the whole of the franchise, the hidden world comes a very pivotal time in the How to Train Your Dragon plot.
Both.
Because Burke basically becomes redundant once the hidden world has been introduced. And the other thing that's really important as well, to be true of the franchise, is Hiccup is the one who discovers the hidden world. It can't be the player that discovers the hidden world. You're not Hiccup. So we couldn't have it be in the world. But, maybe, who knows, maybe another pack in the future or something, we'd be able to do a hidden world specific thing. But this one, we had to pick at least kind of some point in the timeline to have it make sense. Yeah, exactly. It's like Burke and the hidden world can't exist in the same place, at least not in this sense.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, another question that's popped up several times. You guys kind of already answered this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking, will you add more dragons? And the answer is probably maybe. If I were
The answer is probably maybe.
It's a solid maybe.
It's a solid maybe. No promises. Content review, not content review. Content updates are time-consuming and expensive, and we are, we're looking into it, and we will let everybody know in our Discord kind of like what our consensus is. But currently, we have no plans. There may be a point in the future if there is enough demand to add a couple more specific dragons that people really like. But again, no current plans.
We are a quality over quantity team.
Quality over quantity is important. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I think that's something that many people miss out on. Everyone thinks that you guys can just build these maps and build these updates and throw them out there like a normal game. And I'm like, guys, it's a long process. It's not that easy.
And making a new dragon. These dragons are so complex. They have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Making a new dragon is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Not just adding a new model. It's adding completely new animations. It's adding completely new behaviors and tweaks. Special abilities.
Where they spawn.
How they spawn, interact with the world. The art that's associated with them in the Book of Dragons. Like the list goes on. There's a ton of stuff that needs to be done. to support like adding new dragons. But again, no promises on either way. We're looking to it. Jack says, the Cubic Complex says, what's your favorite How to Train Your Dragon that is not in the map? I like the Skrill. That's my favorite.
We know enough about IP outside of the movies and stuff. The wildebeest are cool, but I know that we would probably never have them because you can't ride a wildebeest.
Yeah. The Bewilderbeast. There were a couple really big dragons that we like really wanted to get in the game that we could not. What's it called? There's another one that I really like. The Crimson Gore-Gutter. I think he's from the second or third movie, or is like when he was first introduced. He's just adorable. He's like a big moose dragon.
Yeah. I love the pop sound that these make when you smack them.
Yeah, and how responsive attacks are.
Yeah, that I had a lot of fun with the attacking in the game.
I also really like the art style that the visual effects team did. Matt specific call out for getting like the attacks to look so cool. They have like such a unique art style to them in this game, which I love. Very satisfying.
Yes, quite. I think that was one of the best parts for me was when we fought our first ship, a trapper ship. That was definitely one of the things that we really liked. Okay, head to the Great Hall.
Going for graduation.
Yay!
Oops. Got caught in the light.
Yeah. Ooh.
You know, another question that comes up actually quite a bit in my comment sections. Is there a way to add any more? I know this is. I'm pretty sure you already answered this. Was there a way to add another Light Fury or Night Fury?
It's using commands because we have those.
So like summon in another Night Fury, Light Fury. Yeah, you have to. Okay, so in the franchise, there's only
there's
one
only
known Light Fury and
each.
one known Night Fury. So like we can't just add more into the game, but you as a player can cheat and add more if you want.
Yeah,
That's what I was telling people. I'm like, just use the commands
It's Minecraft,
because.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people.
somebody asked-
Use the commands.
Somebody asked, did you guys have to contact the creators of How to Train Your Dragon for this map? Yes, we worked directly with the creators of How to Train Your Dragon for this map, very closely actually, to be able to bring it to Minecraft. Somebody says, my other question is, why do all of the dragons have one sound and not their own independent sounds? Actually, every single dragon has their own independent sounds. Out there to leave their message.
Yeah, that was definitely something I noticed right away. They each had their unique sounds, attack patterns, all of that. They're all very unique.
Yep. Thanks, Garrett. Trappers are coming.
Now,
yeah, we
the
can do that.
idea to collect these different coins and whatnot.
It's very gamey. I like it though.
Yeah, was that your original idea for questing, or did you have another one?
No, it was not actually. This came a little bit later in development. We were actually originally planning to have a big overarching story where you went with the characters of the world on an adventure around the world, and it would have been a lot more linear. And I guess there was a lot of discussion about like whether that was the right move for us, and we ended up wanting to do something more modular that you could do at your own pace and play in your own style. So. Some players don't really want to do the combat stuff, and they absolutely don't have to do the combat stuff in this game. They can pick and choose the missions that they want to do and the type of play style that they want. So this was like, rewarding the player who does everything. This is how we do it, is you bring the tokens here, but it's absolutely not a requirement, which is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and take out that trapper ship before,
Yeah, let's do it.
and then we'll come back, and then maybe you said you wanted to try some dragon racing, right?
Let's go tame some other dragons first as well, so we're not all using Gronkles, but
Yeah.
That'll be great. Actually, there'll be we don't have any food. Should we get some like meat and stuff? Because what if there's like a good dragon on the ship?
You know what? You're right.
I'll see what I can find.
Go attack the sheep.
That and we need what? Need fish, right? Let me
Fish?
go down.
Fish.
I'm
Do
gonna
you,
grab.
do you know about the fish feeder?
Oh yeah.
This is a feature nobody
yes.
knows about. You can
Yes.
you can
It's in the
right click the
village,
fish feeder to
isn't
get
it?
free fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it respawns to the
Me and the magical berry discovered it like late in our playthrough.
Yeah, I don't think we ever communicated it that well, but it is funny. It's nice that it exists.
I was just thinking about that.
I really like the
for my-
squishy sound effects.
Yeah, it's right here. Let me grab it.
Not found any sheets.
Somebody said, "Is there a way to keep the added colors in the ship race? Do you mean the dragon race?" Yeah, you can have your dragons keep the color as long as you have a team selected, but the color only stays while you're riding a dragon, so that you can switch dragons. It was just the way that we handled the system. Okay, I got some meat.
I got some fish.
Alrighty. I've got some rocks. Let's do this.
I got 2 meat.
Oh no. Okay.
I've got 5 fish.
I got 16 from the town fish. Hopefully, it's like a stormcutter or something. Fingers
Okay,
crossed.
hang on.
Hopefully
I
get
see
my
it. I'm
fish
heading
off.
towards the ship now. Don't kill everything before I
Okay,
get there.
I'm not even there yet. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So,
Weaving our way through sea stacks.
You know what? I just found a hideous Sibbleback. I'm gonna tame this guy and do you first. I do like how quickly the taming process is in this. Like it's a good taming process and it feels good, but it doesn't take forever.
Yeah, I mean, the one downside about the Ultimate Dragons ones, because even after you tame them, you then have to grow them up, which that process can take a while.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they're not babies.
Alright, I am coming to the ship now with my lovely hideous Sibbleback. Which I honestly can't stand fighting with the hideous Sibbleback, but that's fine.
Why'd you pick it up?
I love because they're fast and they look cool.
Found some meat in the woods. So.
Alrighty, I am almost at the ship now.
I'm here. I'm just waiting for you guys.
I really like, as well, we spent a lot of time tweaking, like, the different ways that you can fly. Like, all the stuff that happens behind the scenes for making flying work really well and feel really good. So adding that degree of polish. So if you dive, and then you trigger another flap, or another, you start flying again while you're diving, your dragon will boost forward, and you can get, like, you can use that to your advantage to get through, like, really hard to get, hard nooks and crannies. And also during dragon racing and the flight course for like really quick maneuvers. Gonna bomb this ship. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I definitely like the adding of the trappers.
Yes, they feel really good. I like them too.
Yeah, it feels good.
It
to
feels like
blow
you have a
them
nice clear antagonist. Like, I don't feel bad attacking them. Ooh, a rumble horn. What do we have? I have 3 meat.
Okay, I can give you my 2 meat if you don't get it.
You can
I
have
don't
them if
have
you want.
any meat.
Here, you can have the rumble horn if you want him.
Oh yeah, you should take them. Just throwing meat at you. The rumble home service.
It was actually hard for us to tame him at first. For some strange reason, our map was not working right. Like we were coming up with him with
Okay.
meat, but he wouldn't eat it. Like it took
Were
a
you, were you both sneaking? Because if you're
Yeah.
both nearby him and one of you doesn't have meat and
He'll
one of you
start
isn't sneaking, he'll start getting scared. And he won't take
Yeah.
food unless he's comfortable, basically.
Yeah, we both were sneaking. It was just something that
Oh, weird.
was happening. It stopped later on, and we were able to tame one.
Yeah.
He was a spooky boy for a moment.
Did you guys get the Gronkle Iron? In the,
Yeah.
There's a couple chests around here. There's one hidden on the back of the ship that most people don't know about,
Oh, crap.
which I'm going to grab. Secret.
The
Only two inside of it, but
that was another thing that I really liked. The armor, the armory there, the blacksmith. That was a really
Robert
clever.
Blacksmith.
Yeah, that was a really clever way of doing a blacksmith.
I like it. Yeah, how Grump, his hot purple, will like shoot a projectile into it every time you trade with it. It's fun. All right, cool. Do we just need to get Shannara a new dragon? Oh, the Rumble Run looks very cool. So one of the things I wish we were able to add in this game. Yes, there's a chest on the back of the ship, Jack. I added it like towards the end of development. It's hidden. One of the things I wish we were able to do. Okay, so first of all, Hideous Stippleback, really cool dragon, has 2 heads. Is supposed to have 2 seats.
Yes.
Had Minecraft been a little bit easier to work with, we probably would have had a seat on each head, and you would have to control it with 2 players. One player would use like, one player would be the driving seat, and then one player would fire the attack, and the other player would ignite the attack. So that was the ideal. And we were also going to have like passenger seats on every single dragon. So if you're out with a friend, your friend would be able to jump on the back of your dragon. So you guys could both be riding it at the same time, kind of like a boat. That's one of the things I wish we had more time to add.
Yeah. I'm guessing there's always one thing that you're missing.
Of course, there's tons of things that we have to cut just because of time or like feasibility reasons. But we do our best to get everything that we like and that we really want in. But it's always a matter of managing those priorities. I don't think there's any animals on Dragon Island.
I'm on Anaheim. Do you remember what Deadly Matter like? They eat meat.
They like meat.
Okay.
Do you want help getting meat?
I know that there's.
Gosh, you got there quickly. You're already in Vanaheim.
I took off. I was on a mission.
You knew where you were going.
Yeah.
Pebbles has been returned to the stable. I think that's mine. Oh no, wait, that's mine's is not called Pebbles. Yeah.
Mine. That was mine. I didn't name any
that
of
makes
mine
sense.
It's okay. OG Pebbles is the way to go. We have somebody in our Discord who is very adamant that to rename Pebbles is a sin. So
Somebody said they found one secret ship and they wanted to know if there are any more secrets. Yes, there are secrets. There's lots of secrets. There are a lot of secret NPCs around the world that you can find, and they tell you secret things about the map. There's some secret chests you can find as well. Sorry, 1 second. I'm getting some meat.
That's what I'm doing now too.
yeah.
One of the big struggles with this game in developing was Minecraft's height limit. So I'm sure you guys have noticed if you've gone in the water. Nobody's actually complained about it, which is great. It was the thing I was really worried about, but I'm glad it's not really much of an impact. But the water's really shallow in this game. It's like 3 or 4 blocks deep. And that was just, we needed to have like a somewhat, at least as much as possible, to scale Burke. And that requires a lot of height. And also we figured that players aren't really spending a lot of time in the water, even if they are spending the time over it. So it was okay for us to have that compromise. There's a lot of good dragons on this island.
Oh my goodness. I just gave it 5, and it still wants more.
Seriously? Okay, I have one more. I have one more for you.
What do you need?
Sorry.
Meat. There's some right here as well, Shannara.
Oh,
I've got some meat if you need it.
I'm scared. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh my god. There you go.
Very hungry matter.
Very hungry natter indeed.
Comment says, "Who needs to swim when you can fly?"
Exactly. That's actually elsewhere is Curtis. That's John. So he worked on a lot of the textures.
Help me
and a lot of the
breathe.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Okay.
With your skin right now, it looks like a sheep is riding the hideous of it.
That was one of the funniest bugs that ever existed in this game. Was it? Do you know how you can carry sheep when you
Yes.
fly over them? It used to be that when you would dismount, they would jump into the first seat of the dragon, and they would start controlling and steering your dragon from the saddle.
Wow.
So the sheep would just take your dragons. There's a bug, but yeah. Should we use the return to Burkhorn if we're gonna go do dragon racing?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
do that.
Yee back with my natter.
You're gonna fly back? Okay, I will use the horn.
I use the horn.
use-
I love using the horn, even when it
Me
kills
too, I
me
use as
by
much as I
accident.
can. It's still worth it. Oh gosh.
Yeah, we discovered that.
Ooh,
We're like,
there we
oh,
go.
look at this. This is cool. Dead. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We also were struggling a little bit with fish legs quests because
Oh, I know.
yeah, we were like, wait, what? Like we have all these dragons and then we're like, oh, you have
Yeah.
to walk it to him.
I know it's yeah. I think this is a thing we learned after release as well. That like all the players assume that just having your dragon in the stable is the same thing as showing it to him, which is fair because like half the time your dragons just get teleported to the stable, and you're like, well, he's here, or they're here. But yeah, that's like I would like to push a fix for that so that it just counts it whenever you're in the stable instead of like or whenever you've actually just tamed one. And that's Kano in the chat. He is our lead animator. Did a lot of the work on getting these dragons looking so amazing, their animations.
Awesome job, man. Welcome to the chat.
I had named my dragon Acid Burp.
Sorry, what did you name it?
Acid Burp. It's a hideous Sippleback. I feel like it's appropriate.
I appreciate this. I'm gonna take Valkyl's Sneeze Dragon if I picked it up.
Ooh, good stuff.
Yeah. Friend.
Okay, so we want to do some dragon racing then.
I would love to do some dragon racing. Be warned, though, I am the best.
Oh, be warned, I am not that good at it.
Ew.
Oh wait, we got to do that first mission, don't we? Before we can.
Yes.
Gotta sheeps.
Yeah, I got to familiarize myself.
Oh.
I love the dragon nip.
It'll kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not going to go because that's talking. Yeah.
Oh.
I wish you could interact with horn. It is such a beautiful horn.
Oh.
My favorite thing is definitely flying up really high in this game, or one of my favorite things, flying up really high in this game, diving, and then pulling up again at the last second. Feels so cool.
Let's see here. Where's the sheep at? Oh, there's one. Oh, where did this egg come from?
That's Chinara just did the Valka quest.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
With the dragon net.
I'm like, wait. I said, wait. I didn't realize. I forgot that we were doing that.
What? That's definitely in. Oh, he's on the edge.
Where'd he go? I
Like,
can't-
seriously, just the edge. Oh, he's on the ladder.
Did you get him? Okay. There you go.
There we go.
There's one more.
You got it, Shara? Nope.
Nope.
So, once we get dragon racing up and going, the best way to deposit sheep, I don't know if you know this, is to fly into the backboard with your sheep, and it'll automatically deposit it for you. So you don't actually have to like fly over it and.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the green team because I'm a hideous Zippleback and I feel like that's appropriate.
I'll go with yellow because I'm right here.
I went with red because it was the exact opposite color of the Deadly Adder, so I think it looks cool.
So you're easiest to spot.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the honors of starting the game, Average? Well, actually, we'll all start up here so it's like fair. It's right on the top.
Yeah, I see.
Stands.
I see. Okay.
Two, one, go. Oh yeah. Other thing with dragon racing, you can knock sheep out of people's hands, out of people's claws, if you attack them while they're holding them. They'll drop them.
Yeah.
But I'm using a Zippleback, so it's very hard. Dang it.
Ding ding.
See, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's really unfair if you're using a Deadly Adder because they have like a shotgun attack basically.
Very targeted.
Here, I'll let you hit me so you can see it.
Hang on, let me get back up. Go up,
Oh no,
go up.
I'm just
Oh,
flying over
gotta
it.
take off.
I have a clip of one of the best moments in dragon racing ever, where I knocked a dragon or a sheep out of somebody's claws while they were flying above me, and I caught the sheep midair.
Really?
Yep.
I don't think I hit you.
Oh, you did. You fell into the water. I
Okay.
felt the attack.
All right, let me find one to actually put in there.
Ara!
Hey.
Oh man. We're getting our butts whooped.
I knew that was gonna happen, so.
Ah, you knocked it out of my hand. Oh!
Really?
Can I steal your dragon? Can I steal it? No.
Are you trying to steal a sheep out of
Or his sheep, yeah.
Steals dragon season.
Yeah, he gets it.
I scored!
Hey.
I get a participation trophy. So whose idea was for the black sheep to give you 10?
I think it gives you 5. Why, you think it's too high?
Oh, it gives us 5?
I love it.
I thought it gave us more than that.
I think
My
it's
bad.
I think it gives you 5, but you only need 10 to win, and it summons once a player has hit 5. So you can instantly win with the black sheep. I think it's because in the way... So, dragon racing is a thing from the second movie, or was first introduced in the second movie, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Ugh. Oh no. I am doing so bad.
I'm doing so good, but I literally just got off my dragon and pushed a sheep in, so...
Yeah, Dragon Racing wasn't introduced in the second movie, and and basically the whole premise of it is like cheating is encouraged, and the black sheep is pretty much the only thing you need to win. And it happens at a certain point of the game, so everything else is prep, but it's also like, you know, I can take the black sheep once it gets summoned, even if Shannara has more points than me, and it gives me an extra edge. It gives me a chance to like come back.
Yeah.
Oh! See, I'm gonna catch up.
Gotta find another sheep.
Oh. Dun dun. Black sheep time.
Okay.
Got it.
Green team won. Let's see.
Good game.
Oy vey.
Boy, babe.
Stress in my forearm.
It's so stressful.
Oh, great.
Let's see. I got another question from the chat. Is there a way to use the dragons in other worlds after you finish the DLC?
Mods and add-ons are not currently supported by the marketplace. That's what you're describing.
Yeah.
Person in chat.
It's
It's outside of our control, but if it is a thing that you want, and we would love to be able to give this kind of experience to players, to be able to take these dragons off onto their own worlds. Make sure to vote for it on the Minecraft feedback page, and like talk about it in forums and stuff. That's the best way to empower us to actually be able to do that.
Yeah, that's a big question I run into a lot with a lot of these really cool add-ons. People say, "Oh, can I add that to my world?" I'm like, "Well, not all of them. Only."
Yeah, like texture packs, skin packs.
Yeah, exactly. If it's just a texture pack, yes, you can, and skin packs, of course. But like the behaviors and stuff, you cannot currently. Yeah, and I really do like as a creator, I really like making full games, like full game experiences, rather than just the add-on.
Having it as part of a dedicated world.
Yeah, so like having it as a dedicated world would be nice, but it would be nice for the players who want that to be able to, after they've played this experience a lot, to be able to take those dragons onto their own survival worlds and stuff. I think that would feel good.
No problem. I'm gonna
Thank you.
return some of these, and then I think
Oh,
after I
yeah.
return these, I think I might
Yeah.
go. We should go pick up the light fury before we end.
Ooh,
I
nice.
agree. Yeah, we'll have to do the travel for it. That sounds good. What do we have here? Velka token, Astrid token.
I got
Wait,
asterisks
spell
in
this.
already.
I just put Velkas in.
We go down here.
Spend
Grab
it all in one place. You can only spend it in one place, Eret.
I'm gonna grab some more fish. But yeah, we did not pay attention to this fish catcher until after we had tons of fish.
Yeah, like it's handy, but it's not necessary. I love at Gobbler's Forge, as the game progresses, more hobgobblers appear. Like the purple dragons, the little tiny
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
It's really cute. So I think we've done like 3 quests now, so there's 3 of them.
Actually, I can chat with them. So I'll take this quest.
Okay, cool.
All right. I forget, where is that trapper base at?
It is to the east. Actually, we could get. Wait, before we do it, let's accept Stokes' quest so that he'll actually mark it on our map. Do it right now. There we go. So after he's done talking, that'll mark it on our map, and it'll allow us to finish this quest while we do it.
Okay, I've got plenty of fish, so we'll be able to tame her. Now, the funny thing is, when we first did that one, we actually missed the light fury.
Light Fury.
Yeah, we missed it when we first went through, and we're like, wait, they said there's a dragon there, so we went back.
Yeah.
It's quite, the Light Fury is quite hidden. I like it. It was the idea was always the Light Fury was not supposed to be part of like the Golden Path. It was always something extracurricular for the players who found it, like a nice Easter egg. I think it's important as well for a lot of players to like, it doesn't really make sense for us to have to require the player to get the Light Fury so that they can then get Toothless, because that just kind of detracts from how good it feels getting Toothless for the first time. Since they're so similar.
It also makes for like this really beautiful moment if you just find it organically.
Yeah, I've seen lots of people's Let's Plays where they just like stumble upon the Light Fury and, jaw drop, like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like I said, we were excited when we discovered her too. It's pretty cool. It's a cool moment.
Yeah. I always forget to put the world map in my offhand. I am at the Trapper Force.
So am I.
Good on me.
Alright, let's go.
I was actually late to this fight when me and Magical Berry did it, and he like wiped most of it out.
Oh, goodness.
It's like a decently hard fight by yourself. I love the like knocked out fainting animations on the trappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first saw that, we were like, wow. Makes me almost feel sorry for them.
Exactly. It's just a job. Oh, wow. Good stuff.
Rock on.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's see, she's down here. Hello. I like how her tongue sticks out when you have fish in your hand.
I think all the dragons do when you're holding their favorite food.
Okay.
She just has such a big tongue.
Yeah. Did we get the wrong water?
I got her.
No, we didn't grab it yet.
Yeah, the speed of this Light Fury and Night Fury are too awesome.
Absolutely insane.
Feels really good.
Like sometimes it will cause you to lag because they're going that fast.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like that though. Like, just like you're going so fast, the world breaks around you. That's the speed the Light Fury.
That's the kind of speed you like.
Yeah.
We should do the Dragonflight course now that you have the Light Fury.
I'm even worse at that than I am the racing.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you flew right past me. You were like in my visible range for maybe a second.
God.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous. I love it.
That's like definitely the speed cap for Minecraft. If you have anything that goes faster than that, like it's everything breaks.
Yep.
There is such thing as too fast, sadly.
All right, guys. If you have any questions for them, make sure to ask now because we're getting ready to wind the stream up. So if you have any more questions, remember, this is questions about the development of How to Train Your Dragons or Ultimate Dragons. If you have any questions about bugs, again, we refer you to their Discord.
Send a link as well in the chat.
Oh yeah.
So do you guys have any more dragon-themed add-ons planned?
Oh god.
No, we don't. In the foreseeable future, we don't have anything planned. I think, we've been working on dragon stuff for like 2.5 years now, so a little bit of a break.
Kind of dragoned out.
Kind of dragoned out.
Yeah, I figured that. But it's turned out so well. Why not do another dragon themed one?
Exactly. No, I'm all right.
Were you guys gonna start racing?
Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we're gonna do that while we wait for people to ask more. Anyone have any more questions?
I'd love to hear from other people as well who play the map what their favorite dragons are. And what
Yeah.
their favorite parts. I love Small Nose Trials. I know some people do them. It's just like, oh, I have to finish these. I think they're so great, especially with the Deadly Matic.
Yeah, I like them a lot too. They were a pretty late addition to the game, actually. Alrighty, let's go. Oh, and you're way ahead of me.
All right.
But I feel like slow and steady wins the race here.
Yeah, it does because
No, just kidding. You're winning.
it kind of does because at first, yeah, but when you get into here, it kind of works against you.
Oh
Yeah, it has to be very precise. Ah, I say as I fly into the rafters.
Oops, down. There we go.
You're right on my tail.
I mean, your tail's
So I can go around the corner there, Shannara. You're also right there.
Yeah.
Go down. Yeah.
Oh! Oh! You passed me. Oh no, I'm gonna lose. Is he gonna make the corner?
All of the circles have been done already. You guys fly ahead. I'm just like following behind because I know
That was close. That was really close.
Oh, dang!
He beat me by a little bit.
Nice. That was a great one.
That was great.
Yeah, that was really good. Really, really good.
You're like, Guts, run. Marking it now. Even before we released the game, one of our team was like already racking up.
Oh,
their Discord.
we're very competitive about the flight courts. The best time of the team is like 52 seconds, I think.
Holy cow.
Yeah, but you know, using like a light fury or a night fury. I'm just on a haze silverback.
And knowing the route like the back.
Yeah,
of your
knowing the
hand.
route like the back of your hand is a really big one.
And cheating, like I did, because, you know, he kind of...
Don't worry, I cheated when you got ahead of me as well. I took some shortcuts to try and catch up, and it was actually quite
But it
great.
still didn't work.
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Well, it only worked. It only didn't work because I have the Light Fury, one of the fastest
exactly.
ones in the game. Good God. Okay, well let's see.
It is
if we can,
Silverbacks pretty fast.
let's take a look at the chat real quick before we end it. See if there's anyone that has anything important to ask. Let's see.
Mostly people asking about if we're going to add more dragons, which we already answered. But again, no current plans to add a content update, but it's not a no.
Then we have another one saying, I have a question. Why are the grunkles so doggone cute?
This is a good question, especially the baby grunkles.
Big Grunkle's the best.
I think you have dragon if you can go hatch one.
I do have Dragon now.
Well then, definitely enjoyed this, guys. Again, I just want to say thank you to you for taking the time to do this interview. I had a really good time.
Yeah, us as well. Thank you, and thanks for having us.
No problem. Anytime. I definitely will. Can't wait to see your guys' next add-on when it comes out. I think it will be really well. I definitely look forward to the next thing Gamemode One has going for them, for sure.
I think you'll really like it. We have something else coming out in the near-ish future, quite near future actually, which is really, really exciting. And honestly, probably even bigger than some of the stuff we've done here. It's different.
Wow.
It's really good.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
we've been working hard on it for a while.
We definitely will keep an eye out for that for sure. All right, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for joining me on this stream. Again, I want just saying thank you to these two awesome people. If you guys want to again, just tell them where they can find you guys if they want to talk to you guys again.
Yeah, for sure. Sharp, you want to drop a link to our Discord in the chat? You can also come hang out with us on Twitter at Gamemode One, ONE spelled out. Yeah, thanks for having us. It was a great time, and you can check out any of our content as well on the Minecraft Marketplace if you search up Gamemode One.
Yes, I will actually leave a link to your marketplace list in the description down
Thank
below
you.
for anyone who wants to check out their games.
Sorry, what is something that you added by mistake that stayed? Ooh,
Like our happy accidents.
yeah, happy accidents. There are so many good ones. I'm just struggling to remember. It's not a bug; it's a feature. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There's a couple little like Easter eggs and memorabilia things that are inside the map that I didn't know about that kind of snuck their way in. There often are. Ultimate Dragons has quite a few of those as well, especially as we worked on for so long. I think everything's pretty intentional actually on this game.
Well,
Getting it all set up.
Hobgoblins are great.
The hobgobblers are great. Yeah. The shake of the head after diving, that is one. And also, sometimes your dragons shake their head after attacking. Yes, that is from.
Nice little thing. Yeah.
They do their scroll when you land. They gotta shake it off. It's hard to dive.
Yeah, it is. That takes a little bit of work getting that down.
Yeah.
But still very nicely done. I still kind of prefer the flight system in Ultimate Dragons, but this is still good.
Yeah, and again, like I think just I totally get you, especially if I'm playing on a computer. I like the control of being able to click to control my flaps and have it be different than like to look where I'm attacking. Having those as two separate systems is helpful. But you know, being able to be accessible for people on controllers and stuff is so important, and we learned a lot about that. Yeah, it's important.
No problems. All right, guys, that is going to end our stream. Thanks again for joining me. If you guys like this type of content, make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Again, thank you guys from Gamemode One for joining me, and I will catch you guys next time. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See ya.